I said in a recent post, if you only hang out with white people, then you're racist. A lot of them said that's...
Hello amazing viewer, I came across this video on the white supremacy, and this white guy is trying to explain it, though he was sued for it. So I'll let you enjoy the video, and also share, subscribe, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Turn on the notification bell. There are also other videos. Enjoy as we discover and tour the world together. Thank you so much for
tuning in. Them said that's a silly take, and instead of maybe looking at their own lives to question if maybe it's true, they get defensive and argue semantics like, well, people have a mostly homogenous friend group that share their same background. Yes, exactly my point. That is white supremacy. Read a book. But when I suggest that, they decline. They've clearly not educated themselves by walking in another person's shoes. Maybe the biggest problem in this for white people is that they're too afraid to admit their own role in racism because they don't want to get uncomfortable. If you've ever gotten into a disagreement with another person and it turns out that you were in the wrong, it takes a whole lot of security, humility to own your shit, to apologize. And if you can't do that, well then chances are that relationship won't last long. You will perpetuate harm. And that's what white people have done to people of color. I wonder if these white people are talking to me, a fellow white person, like this, then how are they talking to people of color who call out white supremacy? That is scary. And as a white person, I apologize on behalf of others who've caused harm, who continue to ignore the very serious problem of racism. And I know that's not enough, which is why I'm a social worker trying to do some good in this fucked up society. Okay, I'm just gonna vent for a minute. I'm continually amazed at some of the comments I get from white people about my thoughts on white supremacy. They act like it doesn't exist, like I'm talking nonsense. I said,
Jasmine, what are you? Like, what's your background?
Take a guess. What do you think I am?
I mean, you look kind of white.
Oh my god, literally.
Can use the N-word. The first thing I'm gonna say is, if you're white or white passing, you shouldn't use the word. Why? Well, you have to put yourself back in the times of slavery. If you were white, you would be a slave owner. And if you were light-skinned in Latin America, you would probably also be a slave owner. So because of those reasons, you can't use it. And even if you have 2% of African descent in your blood, you still can't use it because you're white passing or you're white. Now for people of color, it's a little bit more complex. Which person of color can actually use the N-word? I would say if you're a person of color, if your African ancestry is apparent, I would say you have a pass. Some Black Americans may think different, and you have to be prepared for that and a backlash as well. If you don't grow up hearing it, I don't think you should say it, even as a colored person. And I also think that we should know the history of the word before we start using it, even as Black or colored people.
Oh my god, literally everybody thinks that. No, I'm Latina. Like, I'm literally Latina. Dude, you're so lucky. You have brown eyes. Everyone in my family has brown eyes except for me. But I've always wanted brown eyes. I hate having stupid green eyes. They're so annoying. I wish I had brown eyes like you. Pues, ¿quién te mandó?
Jasmine, you speak Spanish?
Yes. You thought I didn't speak Spanish?
Yeah.
Because you thought I was white, huh?
Kinda.
Oh my... Why does everyone think I'm white? Yes, I speak Spanish. Like, I'm super fluent. Dude, add me on Instagram. It's la_gringa818.
The thing about being white passing is that I just never seem to pass as white for the people who I want to pass for. Like yesterday I'm at work, I'm taking this guy's order and he goes, you know, I couldn't help but notice, but you have such beautifully exotic features. Do you mind me asking where you're from? And when I was done fighting the urge to projectile vomit all over him, I did the worst thing anyone in that situation can do, which is tell the truth. I said I'm from Thailand and he says, oh, Thailand, shui muk. I did not understand what he was trying to say. I thought he was having a stroke, so I just stared at him blankly. And he goes, I just called you beautiful in Thai. I was like, oh, thanks so much. Here's your muffin. Have a nice day. He was not done ruining my day just yet, because he goes, Thailand. Huh. Well, if all the girls in Thailand look like you, I guess I gotta book a trip. I was like, oh, well, on behalf of the entire country of Thailand, please don't.
We're mixed. I'm Dominican and Black. He's Puerto Rican and Black. People in my family have...
I got a question I need y'all to answer in the comments. What makes a person mixed? What I think mixed is, if you got parents of different races, like one's black, one's white, one's native, one's black, or native and one's East Asian. You get what I'm saying. But do y'all consider a person mixed because their parents come from two different places? Or, two different countries? Like, would y'all consider A$AP Rocky mixed because he's half black American and his other side is from the Barbados? Or do y'all consider somebody mixed if they have somebody mixed in their family? Like Stephen Curry's mother is half white, half black, and Stephen Curry's black. Does that simply make Stephen Curry mixed? Like, let me know in the comments, what does it mean to be mixed?
For all of the white passing mixed people, tell me what you do to let people know that you half black. I'll go first. So what I'll be doing is I carry this picture of me and my parents when I was a baby. I show this to anybody who don't believe me. I always carry it so that I have evidence, so that they know I'm not bullshitting. Cause every time I meet somebody, they be like, bro, what you is? White, Hispanic, Puerto Rican, Mexican? I'll be like, nah, bro, I'm black and white. A zebra, if you will. Just plain black and white. And most people be like, damn, I never would have guessed you was mixed. I ain't even gonna lie. Some people do be guessing my race right. They be like, yeah, I knew you was black soon as I seen you. But most people don't. I guess it's just because I'm so white. Like, every time I look at myself, I'll be like, damn, bitch, go outside, get some sun. Bitch, I dead ass be looking like them powdered donuts.
This comes off the heels of the video where I was talking about my grandmother being white passing, so stick around to see my parents, I guess, and how she looked. I'd first like to start off by saying that my mom's the only one on this app, so like this is gonna be super embarrassing for her, but like, hi mom. All right, here it is, the parents reveal. So here's me, my beautiful mother. Yeah, this is us going to see Hamilton. This is my mom, brother, and myself. My brother's pretty light right here, but sometimes it gets darker. This is my dad and my uncle, his half-brother, playing around at Six Flags, acting like they're in jail. My youngest uncle is like 5 years younger than me. That's a whole different story. Here's my dad posing with his biological father in the middle, and then his half-brother on the right, who is Nicaraguan. Last but also not least is my beautiful grandmother, Gina. This is a photo of her from back in the day, and it's so gorgeous. I look at this and I don't see a white woman. I don't know how she was white passing back then. I see somebody who's very ethnic, but maybe I guess not traditionally black, or what people in the 50s and 60s would assume was black. So white it was. She got it.
Okay, I actually want to use this question to start some more dialogue. The short answer is, if you're white passing, you can't say the N-word. But the truth of the matter is, a lot of us grew up saying the N-word without realizing the harm we were doing. I'm 23 now. When I was in high school, I used to say the N-word a lot. I'm not proud of it. But with growth comes maturity and knowledge. And if I straighten this hair, I'm white as shit. So I will never go through what a dark-skinned black woman or even a light-skinned black woman will go through. So the N-word is not mine to reclaim. I don't need to say it to prove my blackness. I know who I am. I know where I come from. I'm so proud of my blackness, but I also know the abundance of white privilege I have because of my skin color. I can't time travel and change the fact that I said it. The only thing I can do is educate those who are non-black to not fucking say it. This also applies to non-black people that grew up in the hood. Just because you grew up saying the N-word doesn't mean it's an excuse for you to keep saying it. It's never too late to grow up and learn from your fucking mistakes.
Never been called white passing until I got on the internet, because the city I grew up in was so non-cultured. You would have like maybe a couple people that weren't white in every class. So to me and everyone else in my class, it was clear that I was like not white. And these are things people said to me growing up that felt racially motivated. Kids constantly asked me if I was Chinese. I don't know what that was about. I'd be at the park and I'd be talking to like a kid, and then they'd run to their parents, come back and be like, are you Chinese? I'm Uzbek, so not even like the same region of Asia, but I mean, okay. One of my stupid ass bitch friends in like grade 2, it was the Age of Princesses and pirate ships and the Seven Dwarfs. My favorite princess was Belle from like Beauty and the Beast. You know, at like recess when we would play princesses, I would be like, okay, I want to be Belle, like I want to be whatever. And this stupid ass brunette bitch would be like, you can't be Belle, you don't look like her. I look like Belle, so I can be Belle. You can be Jasmine, you can be Princess Jasmine because you have black hair. First of all, I don't even vibe with Princess Jasmine like that, and I didn't like that. See what I mean? This is weird. I'm in high school, grade 9. Was it a universal thing to have like racist French teachers? Because I feel like everybody had one. But anyways, I was in my French class, and there was this guy talking about having like olive skin or an olive skin tone. And then I search up olive skin tone. It looked more tan. It was like more tan-ish, like sun-kissed skin. This guy in particular was was pretty pale, like literally more pale than me. Like, I don't know if you're Olive, man. Like, Olive looks a little more tan. Like, and this stupid ass bitch who always gave me a low-key racist vibe turns around and goes, sorry, you're not Olive, you're brown. Is it with like the most disgust in the world? One, what's wrong with being brown, bitch? Two, he's not Olive. I didn't claim to be Olive.
As a white passing mixed person, I hear racist stuff all the time. It's time to expose.
So I'm not white passing, or at least it's never happened to me before. I'm pretty racially ambiguous. I've been mistaken for a lot of things, but I am mixed black and white. However, this is my husband and me. And these are our kids. So cute. It's kind of hard to tell in this picture, but this one right here, the younger one, has blonde hair and blue eyes. They're still pretty young, but in a few years, they'll be double agents just like the guy in the video that I stitched. Talking about racial identity with them has been a complicated and difficult conversation. But in a few years, I look forward to seeing them use everything I taught them on how to use their white passing privilege for good.
Thank you for watching. Remember to share the video and stay tuned until we meet again. Thank you.